Hey, David here with DIY Mountain Bike. Getting ready for winter. We've got the Balanceform Bike Trainer. So one of those gadgets you put your bike onto. So warranty card and some instructions here. Here's our riser block and our axle. Here's the stand. Okay, here is our roller with the magnetic resistance. Some tools, looks like for installing stuff. So how does this work? How do you put it together? First, take this guy off. We're gonna take that nut off. Of course, I dropped it, didn't I? You got two washers. One of these is gonna go on each side of the bracket. So taking one off, I got a nut and a washer. Flip this unit back. This is your tensioning knob, and install this with the magnetic wheel part to the left. From this position, there's a bolt hole here. Hopefully you can see it right here. Slide that guy through to the other side. Washer, and then your nut needs to go on that. Finger tighten it. You're gonna use your hex key on one side, and then the small wrench provided on the other. Now you don't want to tighten this down, I can see already, to the point it doesn't move. You want a little bit of a gap between this bracket and this bracket so it will easily move on there. All right, and then you place your bolt into this pin mechanism, and that's what's going to provide the tension to your rear wheel. So this bike has a quick release rear axle. If you have this style of axle with the lever, this is what's got to come off. That's why they include quick release axle, right? This guy, this axle is going to work for the stand. These ends can get grabbed onto. This lever, if you put it on that stand, it's going to mess it up. Another thing to note, let's jump over the other side. This has like a plastic cover on this side. It's going to tear that up as well. So we're going to take this off and swap it out. So as a quick note, if you have a rear axle with a nut and bolt like this, you're fine. Just mount it up. Now, if you have what's called a through axle, let me dig one of those out and show you. If you've got a through axle, you might consider not getting this style of bike trainer. All right, so let's set up the bike in the stand. So unlock, unscrew it all the way. All right, back it up. You got plenty of room. These turn. You're going to want to take note of that as you put your bike into the stand. Let's get our bike in there. All right. The key thing you want to do is make sure your tire ends up centered on the stand or on the wheel back there. So I can see already I want to go a little bit that way. Turn this end piece so it's got a notch that interfaces with your quick release handle. Screw that in right there. There we go. All right, I can see I shifted over the other side. Let's go a little bit. I'm going to back this one up a little. All right, you want to get that on there pretty good and tight. So I look pretty centered now. All right, lock this in place. Lock this in place. Now I'm going to put you up on the table and we're going to set up the tension for the rear tire, okay? Hold on. Okay, so let's set up the tension of the tire on the roller. This is the magnet. This is our tensioning bolt. So right now, you can hear it's kind of loose, right? If you can reach in, hold onto that roller and turn the tire without that roller moving, you got it way too loose. You can hear it on this one. Hear the rattle? If I tighten it up to just the right point, it starts to smooth out just a little bit, just a tiny bit of pressure, right? And then doing my thumb pressure, at this point, I'm not able to stop that from moving. So you just need a little bit of pressure on there, right? Your magnet is going to be what provides the resistance along with your gears. So something to note as you're setting up your bike, the feet actually have different pads in order to level the bike. So it's actually numbered. So this is number 5, but you can turn these to change how the bike sits on your floor. All right, one of the last steps, get your tire pad, lift it up, put it under. You want it under your axle. So right here's your axle. Directly under it is where that should go. So unscrew this knob, flip it down onto your handlebar, flip it back over, scoot it up into the position you want, and then tighten it down. Simple as that. Okay, so we're on the bike. Sturdiness. It is pretty sturdy. I mean, it's a stand off the axles. There's nothing holding your front. So it's pretty sturdy. I would say I'd be comfortable. Again, we've got our tension set, the roller to the tire. This is a mountain bike tire. It's going to be loud. I've got another video coming where I talk about the best tire to use on your trainer. So let's give it a whirl. Again, loud. We're gonna test the decibels at this point, okay? Let's check out how loud the Balanceform Bike Trainer is with a mountain bike tire, and then we'll play with switching it over to a regular smooth tire. So it looks like we got a max of 74 decibels, pretty loud. So I've switched over my tire to a slick. So it's a WTB 2.2, it's called a slick. So you can use it on the road or on a trainer. Let's listen to the difference. You can probably actually hear me a lot better. We're gonna do some decibel measurements now. Shifting up. So I got a max reading of 66. So that is considerably less than the 74 I was at. If you can look at just me talking, I'm hitting 60 just with my voice alone. So definitely I would recommend checking out the slick. So wrapping it up on the Balanceform Bike Trainer, would I get it? If you got an older 26-inch mountain bike or even a 27.5-inch tire, perfect. This trainer will work perfect. I like the fact that you can adjust your gears and get different resistance levels. The resistance levels on the knob varies it just a little bit. You can feel a slight change when you turn the knob, but the variation you have with the knob along with the gears really helps out a lot. The cable, easy to get this caught up in your tire, in your pedals. Watch that closely. I would suggest zip tying the cable to the frame to a spot on the trainer itself in order to keep it out of the pedals, out of the tires. But other than that, I like this trainer. Pretty good. Get yourself a slick tire for it. Get your bike on and stay in shape over the winter. Thanks.